Have you made room for love? Y'all stay in my DMs and emailing Miss April. What do I do? Because I'm single. What do I do? I'm single for the holidays. What do I do? Have you made room for love? So I got so many people that ask the question, what do I do when I'm single for the holidays? And, you know, I'm going to give you some tough love. Why didn't you make room earlier in the year? Y'all know holidays is coming up. Have you made room in your life for somebody? Fellas, this is for you too. Because a lot of you, I'm a workaholic. All I do is work. Well, we don't want nobody that all they do is work. We understand that you have to go and work. But who wants to be in a relationship with someone that don't have work-life harmony? I learned that from Jeff Bezos. He said, not work-life balance, work-life harmony. I like that. So who wants to be with a man that all he do is work? Who want to be with a woman that all she does is work? I mean, yes, you see, Danica, Christmas come around, Valentine's Day come around, Thanksgiving come around every same time every year. So you guys will ask me, like, I got some magic to where I can give you what to do to not be single for the holidays, when you could have been doing that all year. Whether you were in the relationship or you were dating somebody, or, you know, you had some options, some people that, you know, y'all might not have gotten to we locked in yet, but you got some options. Okay? So, have you made room? What are you doing to bring somebody into your life now? Fellas, is your home big enough for you to welcome a woman? Because I know if any woman like me, you getting with me, I'm moving in. Like, I'm moving into your house, or we going to get another one. But do you, if you have a nice house right now, as a single man, oh no, I'm moving in. Do you have enough room? Or is it all your stuff? Ladies, do you have enough room in your schedule? Or is your schedule the kids, I got to go to church, girls' brunches, and all of this other stuff? Yes, heavy on the moving in. Yes, I'm heavy on the moving in. How long does it take me to move in? That's not about that. We ain't talking about that. We talking about something else. Do you have enough room for a woman, even if she wanna, you decide, I want her here? Y'all ladies are asking the wrong things. Stay on topic. Who cares about the ask? You're paying attention to the smaller point. The smaller point is the fact that I said I'm moving in. The bigger point is, are you prepared for a woman to move in? If you meet a woman today and you realize she's the one and you propose in 3-4 months, does your residence say, I have room for a woman? Ladies, I mean, I open my social media and I see some ladies that I follow, and I know they single, and they out here killing the game in their workspace. Single moms, but they always tell me, Miss April, I ain't grow up. How you be meeting these men? I don't meet these men. You ain't got no room. You have no room. Do you have room? Have you made room in your heart? That's another subject. Have you made room in your heart? Have you made room in your mind to change your mindset about relationships? So, have you made space from telling the old story to telling a new story? Or do you stay on the other side of, this happened in the past and I remember this, remember that? You can't say I'm making an identity switch here and hold on to the past. You have to be bold enough and have enough courage to let go of what happened in the past to welcome new love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm just saying, as I sit here and eat my fruit, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, Miss April, but you don't understand. These men out here, child, it's not these men. It's you choosing these men. Hey, Darren. It's not these women. It's the women that you choose. I had to tell somebody recently. I was like, honey, listen. He was going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I said, is that what you deal with over here? He said, no. I said, then why are you rehearsing the same story? If that's not what you're dealing with in this current moment, why are you rehearsing the same story? It doesn't work. Yeah, but Miss April, you know, these women, these women, you know, they only want a man for their money and all this X, Y, and Z. Yeah. We want men with resources, because you wouldn't have looked at her if she wasn't pretty. So a man having money is like a woman being pretty. We both have particular things that we look for. And a man with money is not the only thing that she will choose him on. I'm around men with money all the time. They're not high caliber men. They're just high earning men. So you have to be, when you're a woman of substance, you don't just look at that. That is a part of the criteria, because when you say a man, when you look at it as a man having money, actually what we're looking at is he's a hardworking individual. The fact that he is stable, that means he had a vision and he followed through with the vision in order to get right to where he is. So when y'all start talking about, yeah, but these women want these men with money. Yes, we want providers, just like you want pretty. I had to tell somebody that about a year or so ago, having this conversation over dinner, and I looked at him and he started, yeah, but April, you know, these women only want men for this. And I said, honey, can I ask you a question, please? And you know, I was sitting here and the girls were kind of sitting up and I was all cute and everything. I said, honey, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah. I said, would you be sitting here with me if you didn't think I was beautiful? He said, what? I said, would you be sitting here with me? Would you even have stopped me if you didn't think I was beautiful? He said, well, no. I said, so you wouldn't have stopped me because your natural wiring, primal wiring as a man is to look for beauty, right? He said, yeah. I said, but what if I wasn't beautiful? Would you be sitting here at the Capitol Grill spending all this money on dinner? Yeah, like I said, I was sitting there and I had y'all know I'm off the show and my girls was, and I'm just, he said, no. I said, because I remember when you stopped me, when we met, you almost broke your neck. I said, because you like beauty, don't you? I said, would you have stopped me, my love, if these hips wasn't sitting right in that dress? He's like, probably not. And I said, and I wouldn't be sitting here at dinner with you if I didn't see you as a protector or a provider. I said, now that was the base level. Now we're getting to know each other to determine our interest in one another. But on the base level, you saw my beauty in these hips. And I saw that you were a protector and provider. Then we get into, do you have character? Do you have integrity? You know, are you a man of vision and all these other things? Then we get into that. But you would not be sitting here because you text me every day, hey, beautiful. So fair exchange is no robbery, is it? That's the basics. Now, if I was crazy, if I didn't know how to talk to you, if I was a woman that was combative, all these hips and these boobs and these pretty face, you wouldn't have dealt with that. But that was the initial attraction. Now, with all your nice car and us talking and the money and all that stuff you have, if you were crazy and wasn't a generous individual and you were not a man of integrity and character, I wouldn't be here either. So let's not act, my love, like you are not here because of the beauty first. He got quiet and ate his food. Hey, Josh, y'all talking about, oh, you talking. I'm just saying, honey. So, yes, A woman wants a provider, but it's not the provision. It's what's behind the provision. It's what got you to the provision. And this could mean you could work a regular job. Working a regular job doesn't make you broke and regular are different, honey. Broke and blue collar are different, honey. Yeah, I have no problem only dealing with protectors and providers. Once I understood, yeah. Yes, love, he got quiet and ate his food and was like, understood. And I'm just sitting here still like, what were you saying, my love? Child, let's not do that. Am I talking spicy? So, it's not, if it's six figures, it's stability. Femininity loves stability. Women, we love that. We love stability. So it's not that, okay, even if you're making $60,000 a year. Yes, Keon said broken blue collar are different. That's a bar. We need to put this in a rap though, Keon. What we doing? Yeah, that's different. I will be with a blue collar man as long as he treats me right and got some sense and he can take care of me. Because if I'm taking your last name, you are responsible for me. I'm just saying. I don't need to keep my last name for career purposes and all of that other stuff and my brand and all. I am the brand. April is the brand. You take care of me once I take your last name. Because I'm paying. Now, you're responsible for me. Oh, I like that. If you're not stable, you are not able. Yeah, I'm doing too much on this Monday morning, honey. Yes, I'm telling you. I don't need all that. My name is April Jackson, April Williams, April Konkakovich, April whatever. Y'all know who I am. Because you're responsible for me at that point. If women are honest, we really don't want to take care of ourselves. We really don't. We don't. I don't. I can, but I don't. Because when you understand what you bring to the dynamic as a woman, and I'm not talking about anything that you're doing, but what you're actually being, it's value in being a woman. How do I rectify this thinking with dealing with men in their 20s still building? Don't deal with men in their 20s. And get you an older man. I always dated older. That's probably why I have the mentality that I have. Deal with older men. I told my daughter that before she got married at 23. She married somebody the same age as her. I was like, no, go 10 years older. She didn't listen. She ended the divorce. Now she's remarried. What does she do? He 10 years older. Listen to your mom. She did good. I love my son-in-law. He's amazing. He's amazing. Yeah, what a woman brings to a man's life is what he isn't. It's what he isn't. So women try to do all of these things instead of be a woman. Being the woman is the value, not I have my own business. I have my degree. I have my own everything. That's not the value, but that's what most women, when they ask what they bring to the table. This is what I want y'all to do. Start looking at these shows, these dating shows, and start looking at what the women say first that they offer. It's always a degree. It's always I'm a business owner. It's always I am C-level in the in my career. It's always that. Pay attention. Go watch like the Ready to Loves and all of them shows. Look at how they describe themselves. They describe what they do, not who they are. It's always job, money, and education. Men that want to protect and provide for you, they don't care about that. Those are added bonuses. Looking for a refined man like your friend Timon. Uh-oh. Y'all want Timon? Y'all want my friend Green Sugar, Queen Sugar? What examples do you say we watch for a good example? I don't have any. Because they're not on TV. Older doesn't automatically mean better, but I didn't say that. She asked me a specific question, and I gave her a specific answer. Whether you're dating a 20-year-old or someone 10 years older than you, you still got to vet them both the same. So, yeah, it's all the same. So, but if you watch them shows, you'll notice what those women value themselves on. And then those are the same women that come to me. I can't seem to, I'm like, child, I'm about to tell you why. For those of you that were at my Redesign Your Life tour in 2017, I think I went to like maybe 10 cities. And every city, at the beginning, I would say, you guys already know why you're here. You already know me. You paid to be here. I want to know who you are. And I went around the room to as many women as I could. And I said, tell me who you are. They all told me what they did. So this goes back to the topic. Have you made room for love? Have you identified what you are outside of what you do? Fellas, you guys say, you know, only people that are valued are women, children, and loved unconditionally, women, children, and dogs. Well, have you valued yourself and brought to the table more than money? I'm like, can you do that? We like to know that you can provide, but what else? Because men with money get left on regularly from women with that have a certain level of self-esteem, boundaries, and character. When a man describes the kind of woman that he wants and includes boss, it's an immediate no. Yeah, fellas, I need y'all to stop that too. I need y'all to start talking about I want a strong woman. What I am is what I do. No, it's not. What you do and who you are different. You acquired a set of skills to do what you do. You was born who you are. So if your only identity is what you do, God help us all. God help us all. Because I am not wrapped in the identity of being a feminine lifestyle strategist or have been a dating coach for years. That ain't who I am, child. Please, I put that stuff down so quick. That's the problem. Women's identity, like a man's identity, is wrapped around his ability to provide and protect. I understand that. But a woman wrapping her identity around her occupation and her ability to do is so backwards. And then those same women would come to me saying, well, I can't, only feminine women approach, yeah, I'm an alpha woman, but I only get approached by feminine men. Yeah, because you the man. What's the appropriate answer to who are you? Go within and find out who you are. I can't give you that. I don't know who you are. Only you get to know who you are. But I will say, find out by not including that I'm a mother. I have a degree, your occupation, and what you've acquired. Don't list any of those things. And then ask yourself, if my degrees and everything got stripped away from me today, who am I? That's what you got to know. And the majority of my clients, when I was coaching, they were very successful, from DAs to judges and all of them. I mean, I had a roster. I left a lot of money on the table, y'all, when I quit. But people don't get to take the time to get to know who they are. With a man, it can be the same thing, but it's a little bit more acceptable because we expect you guys to be a protector and provider. So we understand that, but that's not all you are. But it's more acceptable to hear you say that. But as a woman, if I'm talking about who are you? You're not going to hear my occupation or what I've accomplished come out my mouth not one time as I describe myself. Especially when I'm talking to a man. He ain't here for that. Especially when you only deal with men that are protectors and providers. You don't have to sell them on your resume because they're not there for your resume. They're not there for that. They see you. They know you dope. They know that. But then they want to know, but are you a woman? Can you turn it off? Somebody said, I'm soft, I'm influential. They don't care if you're influential or not. How would I answer? No, that's only for my man to know. That's y'all trying to get the cheat code to hear what I say. Well, I've gone within myself to figure this out. So I need you to go within yourself. You go within yourself to figure out what you have to present. Y'all ain't getting my cheat code. So now you can just list off what I say, but not be what I'm being. Identity switch. Becoming the woman who gets what she wants. Can you give us an example? Nope. I cannot. Because if you don't know you, that's a problem. Yes, Keon, silence and seclusion will provide the answers. Absolutely. Very well said. So I'm not going to give y'all me. I done the work to figure out who I am. Outside of everything else. But you have to do that. Yeah, my book is available on Amazon and Audible. Miss April, not giving y'all the answers to the test anymore. Nah, I ain't doing that. Because that's easy. Because then you can adapt what I say. And then what happens is you'll start talking to a man. And then at the end of the day, those things that I said that you start saying, he's going to be expecting that. But if you don't know how to be that, it's a no. Yes, you will definitely find out who you are when you start making an identity switch. We have to stop wanting everything to be microwaved and given to us. We have to do the work for ourselves. Lucy says she gave y'all an example. An example. Don't include occupation, parental status, accomplishments. You was listening. You was listening, girl. You was listening. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's work, because what you're gonna find, fellas, this is for you too. For those of you that believe that Chris Rock saying of only women, children, and animals are loved unconditionally, you got to ask yourself, do I present myself only as I can protect and provide? So you got to go within and figure out what else you are too. You got to go figure that out. Who am I as a man? Who am I as a woman? Thank you so much for the badges. Who am I? We need to spend the day with April. I need a lunch for real. Child, I ain't doing that. Y'all be done want me clean out. Because this is heavy work. This is not something you can just, okay. People come to me looking for strategy. I don't teach strategy. I teach becoming. This is why I don't teach femininity in the realms of men. I always kept them separate. So when we had our dating academy, that was all about dating and how to present yourself. When I had talking about femininity, that's separate. What we see now is people that's teaching femininity are wrapping it around the man. That's not it. The man is the added bonus. The man is gifted with your femininity, but he shouldn't be the cause of you being feminine. Now, I don't even do girlfriend dates, honey, because y'all be asking my girl. Well, you know what? I did go to New York with my girlfriends 2 weeks ago. And what I love about my friend circle is they know that no matter where we go, people pull on me all the time. I mean, we went to New York. I walk in Sephora. The girl's like, Miss April. I'm like, hey, girl. So my friends allow me to not be that all the time. I love that. I can just go chill out. And honestly, I'll tell y'all this little secret. I hadn't drank in I don't know how long. So we get there Thursday night. We're staying in the heart of Manhattan, Times Square. We go out that night, and a certain gentleman said, "Hey, what do you text me?" And I was like, "Hey, hon, I'm eating, with my girls." And he was like, "Okay." He said he cashed out me some money and said, "Y'all next rounds are on me." I said, "Oh, okay, honey. Well, everybody there is the drinker. I'm normally the designated driver and everything. Child, they done pulled the good wine out at the restaurant, honey. Your girl had 4 glasses of wine, and I was the drunk one on that Thursday night." I'm sitting there, and I love the fact that they let me do it. You were lit on your post. Yes, girl, that was the alcohol. So yes, they are my safe space. And so I was like, "Y'all, I can't see." And they were like, "You can't see?" I said, "Nope. But I can walk." And we were rolling. And I texted him, I said, "Babe, if I start drunk texting, don't judge me. You done bought us all this liquor." I said, "So don't hold anything that I say against me if I start drunk texting." So I can't tell y'all the last time I had some wine, because y'all know I drink my water and everything out my glass. And he's like, "You didn't drunk text me." I said, "Was you waiting for me to drunk text you, honey?" I don't know what I was gonna say. It might not even read right. And he was like, "Just chill out, just you enjoy yourself and you and your girls, and just relax. No business." I said, "You okay, honey? No business." So the people around me are safe. They don't ask me all them doggone questions that most of y'all be like, "Oh, Miss April, I'd love to come to lunch and pick your brain." Nope. Yeah, he was waiting. He was waiting. I looked the next morning. I looked at my text, and I didn't text nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. No, I don't have any advice on home fragrance brand. I don't know. I don't have that. I just have candles in my home. So I don't, that's not my area. But I'm about to go live on TikTok, because I got to go talk about this over there. But ladies and gentlemen, to answer your question about how to handle being alone for the holidays, start making room now. Start making room now, because you can meet somebody tomorrow and be all booed up before Valentine's Day. Can I talk about setting healthy boundaries? I already did. It's in the book. A lot of what you guys ask are in the book. So let me read to you some of the topics. You've been with me since 2009. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I've been on this thing for a minute. Okay, so some of here's the topics of the book, the chapters: mindset, femininity, habits, standards, which includes boundaries, environment, style, friendships, money, self-care versus self-maintenance. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't know the difference. Her man and her lifestyle. Now, don't be going directly to the man chapter. Hold on. This is what I wrote at the man chapter, the beginning line, because y'all don't be listening. It says, "I hope you didn't open this book and rush to this chapter because you would be trying to cheat the process." I know you didn't do that. Right. There's a reason why this chapter was close to the end. Your process is not about getting a man. That's the easy part. It's about you, and when you do the work for yourself, high caliber men will show up. So, a lot of your questions can be answered in this book. You can do it alone. You can elevate no matter what the situation is. As you evolve, the person that you're with will either accept it and evolve with you, or you realize that person was based upon the old version of you. How can I say what the devil is doing, but yet at the same time I say I have power over all the works of the enemy? It can't be. It got to be one or the other. I don't believe the enemy is out here chasing me. I don't believe that, because I understand how the mind works. If you ever hear somebody say, and a doctor taught me this, If you ever hear somebody say, oh my God, I was in a situation and my life flashed before my eyes, it's not in the sense of your life flashing before your eyes of what it could be. What it is our brain. Now, y'all, for those of you that know, I love the brain. I love learning about how we move. My favorite subject was sociology in school. I like how things come together. So what is happening is our brain, see, I ain't supposed to be giving y'all no science, but here we go. Our brain is wired with memories and things of the past, right? So what happens is when something happens, your life flashing before your eyes, it's your brain trying to identify what's going on so that it can relate. So for instance, if you ever noticed when you try to get into a relationship, right? All of a sudden you start self-sabotaging because of the old programming. So Jessica, when you read the book, I talk about who Jessica is. She is your subconscious mind, or James. What happens is Jessica, perfect example. Here we go. Jessica and James is used to you being single for the holidays. That's what Jessica and James, your subconscious, is used to. So all year long, you continue to feed Jessica with your movements, with your patterns, with how you talk, the places you go. You were feeding what Jessica knows about you being single for the holidays. And every holiday you're sad. Jessica is back here chilling because you're feeding what Jessica has been taught. Now, I will tell you this, and I've said this from the beginning of when I started coaching about 20 years ago. When people will work with me, I used to have to put in my contract, all hell in your life is going to break loose if you work with me. So I cannot be held accountable for that. Because what we're doing is shifting the programming. So in order to have good love or make room and have somebody for the holiday so you don't be this way again, is going to take you rewiring your brain, not just with affirmations and words, but with your actions. And it's going to be a fight. And I always use the commercial, the Mucinex commercial. On the Mucinex commercial, you got the mucus in there, just chilling, having a good time. The human is putting in all kind of medicine. It ain't working. But when that Mucinex get up in there, all hell starts to break loose. It starts shaking up all the phlegm and all the mucus and everything. But everything else was keeping it the same. Hope I'm making sense. So your life right now is nothing more than the choices that you've made. You're not cursed. It's patterns. You're not cursed. It's unhealed emotions. It's not dealing with what had happened was. So we have to look at those things instead of blaming it on something outside of us. It's easy to blame stuff on stuff outside of us and waiting on something outside of us to make it happen. But if I have power over all the works of the enemy and nothing by any means shall harm me, why am I not using it? I'm not using it because I was taught to wait. I'm not using it because I'm actually not, I've been defeated and I'm trying to pretend that I have the victory, but I'm not using the tools so that I can have the victory. So it's very important that you understand everything that's going on in your life is because of the subconscious wiring. And this is something that I had to learn. When I learned it, I proved it to myself the very first time. When I wanted to change my impoverished background. That's when I tried it. And when I tried it and said I would never be broke another day in my life, and I actually had to go through the emotional pain that comes with change, because all I knew was poverty. It was a lot. I mean, I'm not telling you this work is going to be easy. It's not. But I literally it was like my life was like, have you ever had to turn a wheel that ran out of power steering and you're trying to turn it? So Jessica, the subconscious, is trying to keep me this way, but I'm constantly taking steps and I'm taking hits after hits. So the hits that you take is the subconscious trying to get to whatever results you programmed it with for years. So if you programmed it with poor relationships, always being single, perfect example. I think I may have wrote about this in my first book, or my second book, or maybe I told the story. No matter how much money that I made before I made a complete identity switch, every year around Christmas time and school clothes shopping time, I was broke. Every year. I could have made $300,000-$400,000 that year. But guess what? During those 2 times of the year, I was broke. And I would be wondering, God, what is the problem? What the hell? What is the problem? The problem was, growing up, we were always struggling for school clothes and Christmas presents. So my wiring was that. So prior to school clothes shopping time and Christmas time, the moves that I was making were putting me in a position to satisfy the subconscious programming of being broke. Am I making sense? And it took me being aware of what was going on. So I wasn't being cursed. The devil wasn't doing nothing to me. I was just on autopilot of what was already programmed. While I was always lacking for Christmas, this year was very different though. Okay, crazy. I thought I was the only one when I was younger. Figured it out though. Yes, you got to figure it out. Yep. Okay, I'm glad y'all resonating with this because that's what it was. So when you understand that you have the power within you to change your entire situation, if you're willing to make an identity switch and go through the emotional pain that comes with change, to deal with that stuff, your life is going to look completely different. I never have to be worried about being broke again because all of those years that I was and all of the stuff I had to go through to break that, I've rewired my mind. My subconscious mind now has been rewired for abundance. What did you do to figure out? How did you make the changes? Read my book, Identity Switch. It's on Amazon, bestseller on Amazon, and it's on Audible. You can get the paperback as well as the ebook and the audiobook. And to learn more about femininity, you can join my app, the All Things Feminine Social Club. We don't talk about men or relationships there. It's all about learning how to be a feminine woman. I'm currently reading your book and I find myself getting off track a lot. And that's your subconscious mind. And I used to do that as well. That's your subconscious mind. You haven't programmed your mind to receive this kind of information that will change. How to change the wiring. Go read the first chapter. Mindset. I give you all the tools in there. Or go listen to it. It's 2 hours long. Go listen to it while you get on the treadmill or in the car. The steps for identity switching is inside of the book. Meditation is good, but people can't keep their mind together long enough for that. So I give you the basic tools to identity switching inside the book. I love that it's on Audible. Yes, it's on Audible. It's on Audible, 2 hours long. I think it might be an hour and 57 minutes. And listen to it as many times as you need to. And what will happen is, now that you have the aha moment and you putting in new information, you're going to start running across people, books, YouTube videos are going to start coming up. You're going to be led in that direction. So now that we're talking, my loves, you're now held accountable.